Well, you should know the idea by now. I'm an old boy in my twilight years, so what I want to do is travel in the winter time when it's cold, wet and horrible in Britain and go to lovely exotic places. So that's the plan. This is the West Coast tour, all the way from British Columbia right the way down to Chile, right down in the bottom of South America. So I left on the 12th of November, which, as all Hansels know, is the day after both Thomas and Katie's birthday. Thomas is 24, and by Thomas's birthday all the leaves are falling off the trees. Walked round to the bus station, it's all looking a bit sad and miserable. I got on the big white plane and flew over to Vancouver in luxury because Louis had got me an upgrade. It was marvellous. Got to Vancouver airport and saw the jellyfish, which reminded me of the last visit when I came with Mel. So that was all pretty marvellous. Quick hop over to Victoria, and there to meet me was lovely Sandra and PJ. That was very nice, and they took me back to their house and fed me their delicious vegetarian chili, which I'm a big fan of. Actually, I'm eating more and more vegetarian food and enjoying it. So the next day, we went over to see my old mate Dave, and I have to say, he did not look good. He looked pretty rough. Poor baby's broken his hip bone. I had an agony for 3 days, and then they operated on him the day I came. So by the time I saw him, he was drugged up, and also had a big catheter up his willy, which no man likes. But the thing is, that boy's got a bit of spirit. So he still managed to smile, and pleased to see his old mate, and that was very, very nice indeed. So went to see him the next morning, and he was definitely quite a bit better by then. I think because he was starting to get himself off the opiates, so that was good. And then I also had a chat with PJ about modern slavery, which was all very interesting, especially it was very topical in the UK at the moment. And then Sandra took me off to, I think it's the Bouchon Gardens. It was a pretty amazing place. These kind of rich people in the 19th century, and they had a quarry, and they turned the quarry into a beautiful, beautiful garden. And although I was there probably the worst time of the year, because nothing much was kind of growing or what have you, you could see that it would be stunning at various different seasons. And they were also kind of doing it all up for Christmas time, so little lights and trees all looked very beautiful, and Japanese gardens and exotic statues. But I particularly liked the sunken garden, which was with a big lump of rock in the middle, and also the little kind of portside quay that Sandra and I managed to get back to. So after that, I went back to see Dave, and he was deliriously happy. He was over the moon with happiness because they'd taken the catheter out of his willy. He had a good wee, which is every man's basic pride. Anyway, I had a captive audience, so I bored him by showing him all the photographs of our past trips and told him that he and I are going to make a video of our voyages around the world. Yes, from Cambridge to Greece to Belgium to where else have we been? Belgium, Vienna, Canada, Swansea, and of course England. So that was all very good. And he was kind of pretty much chirped up. It was very, very good to see. Right. So then the next day. He was a lot better again, and Sandra took me on a architectural tour of Victoria. I loved their little wooden houses all painted and what have you, and all the views, and went to the countryside and saw all the things. We even went to the Governor General, the Lady Governor General's house, and Sandra volunteers to dig up the garden there, which is a very, very good thing to do if you ask me. And Mel and I are applying for an allotment because we'd like to dig up gardens as well. So that was all very good. I went off to see Dave, and by now he's making massive progress. That boy has got spirit. Well done, Dave, and I'm very, very proud of you. And we have arranged for him to come and see me we're going to go to Paris, and he's going to come over from Paris and stay then. So this boy is going to get better a lot quickly. So then it was off to the airport and fly out through the dreaded Seattle airport. Seattle, and all the Allins go pale at the mention of the Seattle airport because you've only got 3.5 hours to get through immigration. It's now an impossible. I thought they were exaggerating, but they were right. It was dreadful. I would have made my flight, but my flight had actually been put back, so I had plenty of time. So there you are. I was off on my way off on my way to Medford to see Dominic. But it was great to see all, well, not all four, three of the marvellous Allen family. Sandra's doing a fantastic job. PJ come back to see her old dad, and Dave well on the way to recovery by the time this video was made. Well done, boy. Bye bye, and see you after Paris 2020.